Hello, Will Perry here. So, welcome to. I always get that around the wrong way. Welcome to Keeping the Conversation Alive. And today, he says, taking that one off. Today, do you struggle to get into the shape you want? Now, how does that relate to self-esteem? It really does, completely. And what's really getting in the way? So, I always find this an interesting one. The whole weight management industry, fitness industry is is dominated by this premise that we struggle. And if everybody succeeded, everybody got to the weight they wanted, everybody achieved their goals, then it would be a very different industry. Whereas the industry is based and succeeds on so many levels financially for the people running them on failure. So, but failure of us to achieve what we want to achieve, failure in achieving that, but giving up and trying something else and doing something else, or coming back to it and trying harder, doing it more. Basically, self-sabotage. Industry that feeds off self-sabotage, and I see that really clearly, and I see that a real strong connection between self-esteem, the mother all believes in here, and the industry, and how it feeds off our self-sabotage. So we have wants, desires, failures, but then what's left at the end of that? When all hope is gone, what's left? I can't remember who it was. It was from a quote from somebody that said, "When all hope is gone, there is nothing but hope." So hope springs eternal. When you run out of hope, I mean, obviously people get to desperate situations, but basically you come up with more hope. You come up with more hope. So you kind of get stuck in this cycle of just going through and giving up and beating yourself up, and then managing to claw your way back, and then sliding down and failure, and But when you've lost hope, and then you're hoping that you'll find the right system. You're hoping that you're going to find something there that really works. They all work, but we don't work it because we self-sabotage. And it's a heady, powerful mix. It's a massive industry, no pun intended, and it's a massive issue, again, no pun intended. But the stats, I meant to get the stats, but you don't probably, or you could check them yourself. The World Health Organization, the obesity rates, is just shocking. And it's like, why can't we solve our own problems like that? Why can't we overcome our own self-sabotage? Why can't we become consistent in this stuff? And it's, oh my gosh, I can see it really clearly, but it's not like I'm gifted. It's just like I spent a long time working through this stuff, and it's like, holy moly, that's my problem. Holy moly. And just on this weight management side, I I've been reasonable. I was 15 stone. Now I'm 11.8, I think. So I've was a reasonable weight and health, and I do. I guess all my life I've done various levels of exercise, but not to a level where sometimes I'm thinking, now I got somehow there. I got to a level where I'd look at myself in the mirror, or reflection. I was doing the topless, doing the lawn mowing like that. That's what I'm remembering. Coming down, catch my reflection in the glass window, and go, ooh, because my belly, I didn't like that. It's like, oh, So I always had that, and even though I do exercise and I do that, but guess what? I drink. That was my thing. Sometimes it's people get emotional eating. People go whatever it is, your thing where you self-sabotage. Right? Mine was not doing enough, but eating the wrong things and verging on alcoholic. Every night at least half a bottle of wine. And wouldn't allow myself to be without that alcohol, but wouldn't admit it either. And that's hello, the things that you can't admit, the things that So I'd go and do exercise if I was really working at it, but I'd still have half a bottle of wine a night at least. So it's like, hello, it's like, yeah, I'm not going there, I'm not touching that, I'm not willing. I'm not willing to look at that stuff. Can you relate to this? And whatever it is for you, whether it's weight or whether it is business, whether it's relationships, whether it's whatever it is for you, can you relate to that? Because this relates to everything. So the mother comes down to the mother of all beliefs. So if you could overcome that, that would leave a space to do other stuff, awesome stuff, to change the world, would it not? We could change the world if we could overcome our own self-sabotage, if we could overcome this Yeah, great, get into shape, and I'm the best shape I've ever been. You know, I'm vegan and teetotal. I'm really boring, but I've made those choices, and I can be consistent. This is my 192nd. I was going to say tooth, 192th day of being consistent every day. Doing now, I've switched to emails, but videos from the emails. But it's like, yes, I've broken that and I've proved it. What can we do beyond where we're stuck? You know, you can do anything, and that's my exact point. You know, you can achieve other things. You know, if you want to build an empire, if you want to build a legacy, if you want to build, you can do that if you get over your own self sabotage. If you get over, you know, so if you want to just have that six pack, I've got a six pack. If you want to get over your size issues, your weight issues, your health issues, your, you know, you can do that. And then what? I think that's quite exciting. So how cool is that? So what would you do if you could get over the self-sabotage bits that you've got now, perhaps, in whatever it is? Maybe it's weight. I'm just using that as one of the areas, because it's I say we're generation trapped, and I've just plucking out weight as the issue to focus on, but it's pervasive through everything, you know, through failure, relationships, money, worth, self-worth, that is, anxiety, depression. It's everything, you know. So if you could tackle the thing that's at the center, the mother of all beliefs, then what could you do? What could you do with that? You know, it leaves a space to be awesome. And even just by overcoming that, you're having a ripple effect on other people. You know, that you can, you know, I know on our program, Emma, who's the accountability partner, she lost 5 stone when she'd failed 3 times before. Slimming World and other organizations do exist. And the 4th time when she went back is because she'd tackled on the program, she'd been on the program, and she'd tackled the mother of all beliefs. And it's like, wow, suddenly she lost 5 stone and she was able to keep it off. And everybody's coming up to her and saying, wow, what have you done? What's the secret? How's it worked? What have you done? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Because they're all desperate to do it, because they've all got this going on. And she said, oh, I'm on this program and I found it. It's all self-esteem. And it's like, and they gloss over. I know I said this before, but then, you know, they gloss over. It's funny hearing her tell the story. And then she'd stop talking. Then they go, okay, but how do you do it? Tell, you know, it's like, people don't get the connection. I do. And if this makes sense to you, you know, come dive in, find out more, take the test, take the self-esteem test. So I'll stop there, but take the self-esteem test, you know, look around the videos that we got. Does this make sense? Does this resonate for you? If it does, take the test, get a score. That confirms whether, you know, 15 or less, whether you have this issue. If you have this issue, then you need to tackle the issue, not the not the surface stuff that you see, the surface problems. That's not really what you need to tackle. You need to tackle the real issue, the real problem, which is the mother of all beliefs. So solve the self-sabotage and you become who or what you want to be. So my invitation to you is like, who or what do you want to become? Who do you want to become? What do you want to be able to do? If you could take this self-sabotage out. So what would the self-sabotage be? Let me know, message me. What's the self-sabotage that you need to overcome? And what would it enable you to do, be, have, you know, as a result? Awesome, because that is all possible. It takes work, but it's worth it. So worth it. So please comment, like, subscribe if you haven't already, and get involved in the daily conversation. All right, many thanks. Lots of love to you. Loves you, boyo. Speak to you soon.